Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They give to Gibbs on the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Complete out to the right side. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Gibbs now from the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. He's on the move. Now he's past the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First and goal. Here's Gibbs. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Now try Gibbs again. And he will get this to the end zone for a deep throw touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Bears take over first down at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, no, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Slot man motioned over. 1st down, Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Cut out left. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Williams from the gun. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. But time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. He connects downfield on 4. They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Escapes the pocket. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Has the connection to Odunze. And he's brought down at the line. One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Swift hauls it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Moore going to motion over right. On 4th down, it's Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears finish up their opening drive. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Laporta with the grab. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To throw here on 1st down. Chased out to his right. Catch made over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Complete out to the right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third down from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another one for Gibbs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Oh, they're going to run the option in the short side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Oh, going right back with another option, right side. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Lions with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Pass play coming here. On the move, headed right. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Williams to throw on 1st. Forced out to his right. On the move. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Lions take over on his 11th interception in the campaign. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this...
That's complete inside the 35. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's going to be touchdown as that return comes to an end. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Broke through the tackle. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Sending a receiver left. After the pick, here's Williams. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So 2nd down coming up. Williams set to pass. Brought in right side. And he goes out of bounds just short of the 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions might be able to get some points late after the interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They'll throw to begin this drive. He's on the move. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. A give, left side for Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. First down throw by Williams. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Williams will look to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds past midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Third down, here's Williams. Chased out to his right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, Williams. And they pick him off again! And the Lions have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions you get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Slot man in motion right. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on fourth down. He gets it away now from his own end zone. Fair catch is made, a yard or two short of midfield. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, the core component like the pass rush stays in there, the other areas of the team pick each other up. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. A give to Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 29. Buys time, rolling right. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Third down run by Gibbs. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Williams coming in motion right. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Throwing out to the left. Cut! A lot of grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Now looking to throw. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Pass caught by Adunze. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. And they send a man in motion. Williams from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 15. Swift hauls it in. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Hits him on the out route. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Chicago first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams on the play action. On the move, headed right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Has his man, it's a Dunze. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Williams to throw on first. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here's 2nd and 5. He's on the move. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. Offense up to the line fast. First down from the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he drives this forward to the 6. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First and goal, Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Williams set to pass. Escapes the sack. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Third and goal, it's Williams. Has it in close. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Bears offense, look at this. They haven't moved. They're going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try. He's throwing for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. There it is, touchdown Detroit. The Lions keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Williams. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Bears trying to do some window dressing. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First down, Chicago.
Williams to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they pick him off again. And the Lions get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return.
know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
It's Gibbs on the carry. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.